Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the running forehand and backhand. A lot of you seem to have trouble when you get pulled out wide. Basically, when you're playing a point, the moment that you have to run to the corners, I see a lot of mistakes. I see a lot of wrong footwork. Maybe you're getting there with a closed stance, out of balance. Maybe you're reaching this way. Maybe you're lifting this leg. Those are a lot of the common mistakes that I see. So today, let's get the footwork down of how we need to use our legs when we are running to the shots. We're going to do it on the forehand side and we're going to do it on the backhand side. All right, let's dive into it. So we're going to start on the forehand. If you have two cones or anything that you can put as a guide would be great. We're going to put them probably this much apart, shoulder wide apart, maybe a little bit more, okay? So what we're going to work on when we are running to the forehand or the backhand, we want to make sure that we're using our legs really good. We're loading and we're using an open stance. So it looks like this, right? We're running to the ball, we're in a load, and then we're going to transfer. We can't transfer forward on the shot because we're on the run, so we need to transfer to the side. So it looks like this. Okay, that's why the yellow cone is here. So this is how it looks when we go all the way from here, running to the shot. Okay, one more time. Okay, so the key things to understand when we're doing this. First one, as I'm running to the ball, my rack, I'm already turned, okay? And the moment that I'm loading and I step into this position, that means that the ball is already here and I'm ready to hit. The leg goes together with the arm, right? So the moment that I open my leg, the racket has to be out already. Notice that the racket is not here, okay? It's out already. So a split step, oh, I notice the ball is going all the way there. I turn, and the moment I open my leg, my racket is out with my leg. The load goes together with the leg, okay? So after this position, then we're gonna transfer, and it's sort of like a side step, right? Sort of like we were doing this. Okay, but we're gonna do it together with the swing. So rack it out with the load and we're gonna transfer. Why we do this is because look how wide I'm able to finish and look with how good balance and I'm able to finish the shot. Okay, so rack it out, transfer, and then from this position we would recover with a crossover. I finish the swing and I'm ready back in the court with literally 2 steps. Okay, so I'm loading, I transfer, and I'm being really effective. So that for me, if I do the footwork correctly, would not be a difficult shot, even though it's all the way in the corner. I'll be here in the middle, I make a few steps, I load, finish, and I'm back. Okay, that is the correct footwork. If you haven't done this before, you may feel a little bit like you are not coordinating it. So I see when they see a lot of them maybe, messing up with the footwork, like not exactly know how to do this. Do it slowly at first, step by step. Again, start with the load, put the guide, because it does help. Put the guide, start here, and sort of think of this again like a side step. Keep them apart. Okay, that is the transfer for that running shot. Okay, and for the backhand side, it is the same thing. Okay, so for a lot of people, doing open stance backhand is quite difficult, but sometimes we don't have a choice. When we get pulled out wide this much, we really have to get there, open the leg, transfer, and recover. We can't quite get here with a closed stance because it's too far. We're a little bit locked. It's more difficult to come back, okay? It's not that it's not possible. Sometimes maybe if you get a slower shot and you can still put your front foot, great. But sometimes you may not have enough time. Maybe you got a really tough shot. It's coming really fast. So you may just have time to go here and that's it. All right? So let's go over it for the backhand. Same thing. Split step, turn, and make sure that as your leg is out, you're already in this position with the racket out, ready to transfer to the side. Notice how low I am. On both sides, you want to finish with like a squat, okay? It looks like a squat position. Look how low I am. Notice how I use my hips. I'm rotating from the load. I'm really rotating my hips. Same for the forehand, same for the backhand. But here, because you have two hands, you want to make sure that the hips are really working. Here, sometimes you can get away with a little more, but here you really need to work your hips, okay? So it needs to be a load, and you need to feel like you're using your hips and you're using your torso to clear the net, okay? Because if we stay here and we stay locked, it's gonna look like this, and I see this quite a lot. We don't wanna do that. We wanna make sure that we're clearing the shot, finishing wide on a squat position, and then we can cross over, right? Here a few more times. Cross over. Perfect. Okay, guys, so again, it takes practice. Do it progressively, like I say, with all of the exercises. Take your time until the footwork part looks good. So before hitting any shots, I would just recommend for you to practice this with the cones and until it feels like it's good. You can also do this with a medicine ball. It's really helpful, and just throw from that position, throw, right? Position, throw. That is the footwork for the running shot. So now I'm gonna hit a few balls and do a couple of exercises so you guys can know how to work on it then with the ball progressively. Okay, so a good idea is to start pretty simple. So start with hand feeds, okay? Have somebody feed you the ball if you have a ball machine, or even you can do it yourself, feed it to yourself, and do the footwork. So I'm gonna hit a few really slowly so you guys can see. Okay, we're gonna take the cones out. Now we're gonna do it without the cones because we already got it down. Okay, so when you have that down, that it's really, you don't have to think about it anymore, then you can move on to the live ball or feeding from the other side. Until you have it down, I would just suggest that you keep working on it until you have it down. It may take you a couple minutes, it may take you an hour, it may take you a couple days, whatever it is. Just have it down before you move on so that you're not messing up with the footwork or what you're doing. And from the backhand side, the running shot that we're working on with hand feed. Okay, perfect. Okay, now that we have that down, we're gonna do some drills from the other side. This is gonna be a little bit more challenging. I'm gonna start with doing a few on each side, and then we're gonna do a one-on-one so that we work on doing it on both sides and recovering faster. Okay, few on the back end. Okay, really important is that you try to keep your depth in these balls. When you have a running shot, the most important is to try to hit cross and hit deep. Okay, so you gotta kind of do an effort to use your hips and extend on both sides so that you get good depth. Okay, now we're gonna go side to side. I'm gonna start with only a few, but as you get better at it, the goal is that you start doing 10 in a row, 20 in a row even when you're really tired, just pushing yourself. All right, guys, that was pretty tiring. I'm still catching my breath. I hope that helps and that you start to move better side to side, that you start to use your legs much better, and that you know exactly what you have to do when you get those running shots, when your opponent opens you, that you get there without too much trouble and you're able to recover quickly. All right, if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like it and subscribe for more videos like this.